Last week, the legislature honored Vietnam War veterans. How else has the legislature recognized veterans?
On March 30th, we have Vietnam Veterans Day that was passed as a resolution in the House honoring Vietnam veterans, obviously much too late after the Vietnam War. And I have some perspective on that. I was in the Army right at the end of the Vietnam War, and I remember that there was a little bit of a resistance to wear Class A uniforms off base at the time, just because there was a little bit of a disregard, so to speak, everywhere for anybody in the military at the time. And this is an absolute sincere welcome home to all the brothers and sisters in the military here. That's years overdue. We've got a couple things we actually have done in the legislature. It had to do with House Bill 1192, allowing veterans with disabilities to qualify for reduced hunting and fishing licenses, just as a small token, and encourage other states to offer the same. That would be very important. House Bill 1615 authorizes a $2,000 tax credit for businesses that would hire unemployed veterans. Again, a very important consideration for those that have gone through the type of things that appear to be being addressed now with the current veterans coming home, but for those that were lost over a long period of time, this is another small accommodation. And Senate Bill 5072 providing a tax exemption for adaptive equipment for vehicles owned by disabled veterans. This is extremely important. This is moving through the House as we speak.
The governor just introduced his budget proposal last week. What were the major pieces that struck you the most?
Well, how about a $1.2 billion increase in taxes? That's hard to miss. And he's taxing everything from telephones to bottled water to agricultural auctions. And sometimes with the volume or the size of the agricultural auction at $100,000 for a piece of equipment example, that has a dramatic impact on price.
And I understand that he also proposed increasing higher education tuition?
My daughter is currently a student at Washington State University, and the original proposed 10% increase has been pared back to 5%. If you consider the total tuition cost this last year, that it paid close to $11,800 for 1 year's tuition, a 5% increase on that is still school becomes unobtainium for many families out there, and for children that truly deserve to go to college here but can't afford to do so.
I also understand his proposal would increase some taxes on small businesses.
It really does. There's some temporary tax increases out there that were supposed to be temporary on service businesses like accountants and architects, even barbers and beauty shop owners, chiropractors, real estate agents, school bus operators and veterinarians, that they're going to make permanent. Those taxes that were temporary, that people depended upon being in a very short term, hurt business. It's another disincentive for businesses to locate in Washington. In addition to that, we have increases in B&O taxes on about 7,500 businesses like newspapers and ag producers, boarding homes. But the biggest thing that hits Spokane dramatically is the B&O tax increase on aluminum smelters. That hits Spokane right where they live. Kaiser has struggled hard to continue to exist and do business competitively, and we feel that in Spokane County, but you feel it statewide also. And quite frankly, as a result, I'm disappointed, because people are consistently telling me that their greatest priority right now is to get Washington working again. And quite frankly, increasing taxes on small employers inhibits growth and creates uncertainty for the businesses that want to locate or expand in Washington.